Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, guys. Let me tell you, the NFC East is buzzing with some serious rumors right now, and none of us can ignore the potential shakeup heading into the offseason. It's the kind of news that could reshape the division and set the tone for the Commanders' future. And what's sparking all this chatter? Saquon Barkley. Yeah, you heard that right. The guy's been a highlight reel when healthy, and now there's talk about him possibly landing in Washington, but not just as a random move. This could be a game-changing trade. The buzz is that the Philadelphia Eagles, currently sitting at 9-4, are considering trading Barkley to the Commanders, and it's not just about swapping players, it's about reshaping their roster and cap space. The Eagles, as much as they're fighting for that top spot in the NFC East, have some issues up front. Their offensive line, though solid, has been allowing a shocking 38 sacks in 2025. That's a red flag for a team with Super Bowl aspirations. So there's talk that Philly might be open to trading Barkley along with some draft picks and perhaps a defensive tackle in exchange for some cap relief, about $22 million, so they can bolster their secondary. Think about that for a second. The Eagles are sitting on a good cap space, roughly $25 million, and they're eyeing their Super Bowl odds, which currently stand at plus 800. But that defensive ranking, 18th overall, giving up 24 points per game, shows they need reinforcements, especially in the back end. Now, why would the Eagles trade Barkley? Well, at 28 years old, Barkley commands a hefty price tag, around $15 million annually. And with the Eagles trying to keep their window open, they might see this as a way to get younger and faster on defense, while still maintaining a potent run game. Rumors indicate that Philly's management is cautious about leaning too heavily on a run-heavy offense, especially with Jalen Hurts experiencing some slumps and the team struggling in that department lately. The idea is to enhance their roster without sacrificing too much cap space, and Barkley could be the perfect piece to bring explosiveness back to their offense. But here's where it gets even more interesting for us, Washington fans. If Barkley lands in DC, it could be a massive boost for the Commanders. We're currently sitting at 6-7, and our run game, well, it's ranked 25th with only 3.8 yards per carry. Adding a player like Barkley, who's been a force this season, would instantly elevate our ground attack. In 2025, Barkley has rushed for an impressive 280 yards on 251 carries, averaging 5 yards per carry and scoring 9 touchdowns. His play has been nothing short of spectacular, especially when you consider he's also been elusive, forcing 45 missed tackles this season alone. His overall PFF grade is 88, which places him among the top running backs in the league, and his elusiveness score, an elite 92, leading all backs this year. That's the kind of player who can turn a game on its head. What makes Barkley so appealing for us is his ability to balance the offense. His receiving skills are underrated. 42 catches for 320 yards and 3 touchdowns in 2025, adding a new dimension to our attack. His career totals are over 500 yards from scrimmage and 55 touchdowns, with a YAC of 800 plus. Sure, he's had injury trouble, including a hamstring issue in Week 6, but he's been on the field for 92% of snaps this season, showing durability when healthy. Standing at 60 and weighing 233 pounds, Barkley compares favorably to Henry, especially with a plus 15% broken tackle rate according to PFF. Now imagine what boosting our ground game with Barkley could do. Our offense would shift into a more balanced, aggressive attack, with the potential to increase our yards per play, especially in play-action situations. Our third down efficiency could also skyrocket, jumping from around 35% to nearly 48%. This kind of improvement would make life easier for our quarterbacks and open up more opportunities for our receivers like Terry McLaurin. And if you're a Commanders fan who's been watching the team's recent struggles, you know that the run game's current rank is a real hurdle. Adding a player like Barkley could be the spark we need to turn things around, especially in the second half of the season and into the playoffs. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this trade has some serious implications for the NFC playoff picture. The Super Bowl odds for Washington could see a significant boost, especially if Barkley joins our squad. Current projections show our chances improving from plus 2,500 to around plus 1,000 if we make a strategic move like this. And let's not forget the importance of the trenches. Our offensive line, which has been allowing too many sacks, would benefit immensely from the added firepower in the backfield. Barkley's elite grade of 92. One in run blocking and his ability to generate YAC could give us a real boost in playoff efficiency. His presence could give us that extra edge, especially against division rivals like the Cowboys, whose odds are at plus 850. As for the division, the Eagles are in a bit of a transition right now. Their rebuild seems to be taking a different direction after a 2-2 start in September, and their asceticism about relying solely on Hurts' arm, especially with his recent slump, means they're exploring all options. The trade for Barkley would be a signal that Philly is trying to stay competitive now while planning for the future. But for us, it's a golden opportunity. A trade like this could catalyze a true rebuild in Washington, turning our backfield into a powerhouse. Barkley could be the centerpiece of a ground-and-pound approach that wears down defenses and opens up the passing game. And if you're wondering about the specifics, the stats speak volumes. Barkley's average of 102 rushing yards per game, combined with his EPA per run of plus 0.14, puts him in elite company. He's also responsible for 12 runs of 20-plus yards this season, showcasing his big play potential. His ability to force missed tackles and break through contact is what makes him a difference maker. If we land him, our offense could morph into a dominant force, reminiscent of the Chargers with Eckler, where the ground game is the engine of the entire operation. Of course, all these rumors are still just that, rumors. But given the current landscape, it's clear that a move for Barkley could be on the table, and if it happens, it's going to have ripple effects across the NFC East and the entire league. For the Commanders, it's about seizing that opportunity, making a bold move that signals we're serious about competing at the highest level. The potential of Barkley in our backfield is exciting, and it's a move that could turn our season and our future around. So fans, keep your eyes peeled. The offseason is shaping up to be one of the most interesting in recent memory, and Washington might just be at the center of it all. Whether it's about improving our run game, boosting our playoff chances, or finally establishing a dominant ground attack, landing Saquon Barkley could be the key piece we need. And honestly, I can't wait to see what happens next. This is the kind of move that energizes a fan base, sets the tone for the next chapter, and gets us all dreaming of that Super Bowl we've been chasing. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential Barkley trade? Do you believe it's the right move for us? Would you be excited to see him running behind our offensive line? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. Remember, the offseason is just around the corner and every move counts. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. Let's keep the passion alive and continue pushing toward that ultimate goal, a Super Bowl victory.